Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. This is Jador. I wanted to come back with a statement from Revelations 3 here. I wanted to read it to you guys. I've always had this paper in my window, but I swear I read it now again, and it's like the wording has changed to a more accurate time where the message is more clear than ever. So I wanted to come out with this message for you. To the angels of the church in Thyatira, write this: the Son of God, whose eyes are like fiery flame and whose feet are like polished brass, says this: I know your workings, your love, faith, service, and endurance, and that your last workings are greater than the first. Yet I hold this against you, that you tolerate the woman Jezebel, who calls herself a prophetess, who teaches and misleads my servants to play a harlot and to eat food sacrificed to idols. So this is like food that's already been fed, okay? This is what this means. Food that's already been fed to the masses, or like food that's already been served to God. So it's like leftovers served to gods. You get me? That's not okay. I have given her time to repent, but she refuses to repent in her harlotry. So I will cast her on a sick bed and plunge those who commit adultery with her into intense suffering unless they repent her works. I will also put her children to death. Thus shall all the churches come to know that I am a searcher of hearts and minds, and that will give search of what your workings deserve. But I say to the rest of you in Thyatira, who do not uphold the teachings and know nothing of the so-called deep secrets of Satan, on you I will place no further burden, except that you must hold fast to what you have until I come. To the victory who keeps to my ways until the end, I will give authority over to nations. He will rule them with an iron hand. Like clay vessels, they will be smashed, just as I received authority from my Father, and to him I will give the morning star. Whoever has ears ought to hear what the Spirit says to the church. Chapter 3, to Sardis. To the angel of the church, says in Sardis, writes this: the one who has 7 spirits of God and the 7 stars says this: I know your works, and that you have a reputation for being alive, but you are dead. Be watchful and strengthen what is left, which is going to die. For I have not found your works complete in the sight of my God. Remember then how you accepted and heard, keep it and repent. If you are not watchful, I will come like a thief, and you will never know at what hour I will come upon you. However, you have a few people in Sardis who have not soiled their garments, so they haven't fucked up, okay? They will walk with me dressed in white, because they are worthy. The victor will thus be dressed in white, and I will never erase his name from the book of life, but will acknowledge his name in the presence of my Father and of his angels. Whoever has ears ought to hear what the Spirit says to the churches. I feel like I have to read all of this to you guys. Gold lampstands. Yeah, I have to read all of this. I'm going to turn this AC off. Like the video for sharing purposes. Okay. Gold Lampstands says this: I know your workings, your labor, and your endurance, and that you cannot tolerate the wicked. You have tested those who call themselves apostles, but are not, and discovered that they are now impostors. Moreover, you have endurance and have suffered for my name, and you have not grown weary. Yet I hold this against you. You have lost the love you had at first. Realize how far you have fallen. Repent and do the workings you had did at first. So they're basically telling all these people, like the fake people, to go back to what they were doing at the beginning. Do what you have done at first. Do what happened when you were pure. Otherwise, that's what I think is saying. I just want to deliver this message. Otherwise, I will come to you and remove your lampstand from its place. So he's going to come take that light. Unless you repent. But you have this in your favor. You hate the workings. You hate the works, the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. Whoever has ears ought to hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To the victor I will give the right to eat from the tree of life. That is in the garden of God. To Smyrna, to the angel of the church in Smyrna writes this: the first and the last, who once died but came to life, says this: I know your tribulations and poverty, but you are rich. I know the slander of those who claim to be Jews and are not, but rather are members of the assembly of Satan. You see this shit? You see this shit right here? Do not be afraid of anything that you are going to suffer. Indeed, the devil will throw some of you in prison, that you may be tested, and you will face an ordeal for 10 days. Remember, maybe that may be significant. Remain faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life. Whoever has ears ought to hear what the Spirit says to the church. Victor shall not be harmed by the second death. So it's like, this may not be a physical death that people are going to experience if they do repent, or like the children are basically, I feel like also children of Jah are going through like a lot of hardships at this time. And do not fold on what you believe in. Pray about it and talk to God about what is going on and ask for strength. Do not fold. To the angel of the church in Pergamum writes this: the one with the sharp two-edged sword says this: I know that you live where Satan's throne is, and yet you hold fast to my name and have not denied your faith to me. Not even in the days of Antipas, my faithful witness, who was martyred among you, where Satan lives. Yet I have a few things against you. You have some people there who hold to the teaching of Balaam, who has instructed Balak to put a stumbling block before the Israelites, to eat food sacrificed to the idols, and to play the harlot. So these motherfuckers, it's like, you know what? It's almost like people are trying to pick from other people's plates also. But I won't say that's a direct message. I'm just saying that, like, this is the energy of, like, somebody trying to scavenge off of some offering that was given to the gods or God. This is for God. This is for Jah specifically. This message right here is for God, okay? From God, okay? But whatever you believe in, just take this into account. Right now, people are trying to wage war, and those people are going to be destroyed, because I have Merkaba on the top of this deck, which is movement, and then pentagram or harmony, protection. I feel like people are like giving offerings to false things, false gods. This could even be money, or how they're doing things, not wanting to give out certain messages, but you have to. So that's yeah, it's very important. That's why it says, whoever has ears ought to hear what the Spirit says to the churches. But anyways, I wanted to pull some cards to see more, what we get more out of this. Yeah, I have responsibilities, lessons growing up. So you have, during these lessons, responsibilities, and growing up, it's like you have to have active meetings with Spirit, with Jah. I feel like there is something collaborating here. What is this? Yeah, this is in the net reverse. So there's something of hate collaborating against you. And it's almost like having two things. Somebody is doing magic here with the alchemy card. It's like something very bitter is coming out. But you have to remember, do not fold. Be resilient, bold, and sassy. Again, do not fold. Keep pushing through. This is a very specific message for a very specific person. But if this is for you, like the video. You may not be seeing movement right now. That's how you know. You may be feeling like something you're not trusting in certain things, or the information that's coming in. You may be feeling you have to watch a bunch of shit, but you're still being uncertain on the information you're getting. I feel like you're getting these messages through your dreams here. Inspiration, awe, dreams. Why is this here? So it's something about the free will and patterns being off. What is this? So some people are not reading in between the lines on their intuition in this mystery. It's blocking out this divine feminine energy with the divine birthing right, fertility. So what's happening to that energy? I feel like God, I don't know what's happening here, but I feel like something is planning to control these people that are not trying to use their intuition positively, these wisdom keepers. And they can feel this presence. I have controlling, drama, survival, tyrannical. This is reptilians. This is a predator underneath that. Fire. So somebody can be burning shit on you. Ooh, somebody can be burning shit on you. Tell me what else we need to know. What do I need to know from Revelations 2? What do I need to see from Revelations 2? This is what we need to know. Yeah, from Revelations 2. And it's interesting because Revelations 2, I know your works, your labor, and your endurance, and that you cannot tolerate the wicked. You have tested those who have called themselves apostles, but are not, and discovered that they are impostors. Moreover, you have endurance and have suffered for my name, and you have not grown weary. Yet I hold this against you. You have lost your love you had at first, realized how far you have fallen. Repent and do the works you have did at first. Otherwise, I will come to you and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. But you have this in your favor. You hate the works of Nicolaitans, and which I also hate. Whoever has ears ought to hear what Spirit has to say to the churches. To the victor I will give the right to eat from the tree of life. That is the garden of God. So these people do have to repent, man. It's like when they've lost endurance, they've turned into devil energy, or doing fucking, basically trying to kill people or just trying to hurt people with fucking magic, is what I'm getting, or some shit, or just faulty shit, bro. Like, that's the worst of the spectrum type shit. Any other messages I need to get from this deck? Romance, soulmates, empathy. So, why is this coming out here? Give me a few seconds. Why is romance, soulmate, empathy? The 8 of dis and the reverse. Ooh! You know what's crazy? I have the levers right here. And then I have the 8 of specimens. So it's almost like you're walking away from love. It may be like you're dumping that cup on the floor also. Or there may be something that you love that you may have to walk away from with the Queen of Ray Guns. This could be a person or a thing. What is this? This is you having to take a leap of faith on something. This King of Probes with the 8 of Probes. You having to take a leap in regards to a change in movement. This could be trying to shift your focus, like making sure you get certain things out if you're a reader, certain messages. This will get you to your 10 of Pentacles. Then you have the 10 of Dis, the Ace of Ray Guns, and the World here. But why, tell me what's happening. The Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Specimens, okay? With the Page of Specimens, the 6 of Specimens, or the 6 of Dis, and the 3 of Probes in the reverse. So what I'm seeing is like, if you close out these bad habits, or this could be just for, these people need to close out bad habits on kind of doing things for other people, trying to get love, trying to get attention, or trying to like modify their personality, shit like that, for other people. And it's like if you cut off this path, you're going to be receiving with the Knight of Specimens, the Page of Specimens, a new journey without this third party energy. What is this third party energy? And a communication too. You're going to receive being able to plan without having to stay in your shell. You may have had to kind of work or stay inside and stay in your shell. You're gonna have the ability to expand. Yeah, with the Hierophant right here, and landed on Revelations. Yeah, the 3 of Swords and Temperance. You're going to be able to mend this heartbreak, or these unblock your heart chakra is what I'm seeing. Like this is almost helping you unblock your heart chakra, or bring more energy into your heart space is which your area of you're going to be producing from, your heart space. Yeah, I think you're going to make this decision here to be in the 9 of Discs. You're going to want to be single, or you're going to want to be kind of making the decision to take an approach to devote yourself to one thing or one source. Really, honestly, on this message, it's like you're going to take the route of not falling into like motherfuckers' traps that they have set for you. You're going to take the route to kind of really start asking and looking for signs, and not just like ignoring the fucking obvious. When you have to do things, you have to do them. So that, I hope that brings you more clarity on what is to come. So that is just a regular collective message from Bible channeling, Revelations 2 and Revelations 3, okay? But anyways, page 1375 and 1376. Adios, everybody. Stay safe. God bless.